Hi, welcome to, we're Gameolio here, but we're trying something different. We're just, working it around a little bit, so we're not sure if this is going to be the way things go or not, but we'll give it a go anyway. Hey, it's going to be called Co-op Chronicles, and it's pretty much just Rich and I playing a game.
Yes.
In co-op mode, as opposed to shooting each other in the head or decapitating each other, which would be not cooperative and not so friendly. That would be more the competitive play, I would say.
Griefing.
Yes, that too. And you do that to me a lot.
I don't know who you think I am.
Yes, but welcome to episode 0. This is number 1, which is really 0, which is number 1. And I'm going to confuse myself like last time, but we're going to try it out. We're going to see how it goes. And yes, so thank you for joining us on this maiden flight of this particular podcast. I'm Dan, and over there's Rich.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Thanks for joining us for this experiment.
Yes. How do you think the experiment's going so far?
I don't think we've started, really. The ball hasn't got rolling. Too early to judge.
I think the listeners started at about 5, and now we're sort of down to about 1 or 2, 1.5.
I'm confident. I'm confident we can hit double figures.
Yes. Well, anyway, like I said, we're going to be trying this out and see how it goes, but we really want to focus on cooperative games, and there are quite a few out there. And, we'd really like to talk about them because Rich and I have played plenty of co-op games over the years, and it's kind of
got to the point now where that's one of my major buying factors. Like, if I'm looking at a shooter and it doesn't have co-op, I'll definitely think twice or 3 times before I commit to buying it,
Yes. And which is good because nowadays there is a hell of a lot more cooperative games than there were back in the old days, I'd say. I mean, we were kind of limited to, Doom 2. And, I mean, that Doom 2 was good.
Did these things have co-op back then?
Doom 2 did. I'm pretty sure Doom 2 did because I remember running around with 3 other people and blowing the crap out of things. See, the problem with Doom was that you could play cooperative or you could just be that guy that just rushes to the end and everyone follows suit. So it was a different time. More of a, who could get to the finish line first? Which wasn't as cool as a game where you're side by side and you depend upon each other to take down an enemy,
Yeah.
Not just one person just stomping and the other one just eating chips in the back, Yeah. So, yes. But anyway, the game that we wanted to talk about for the first number 1 episode is Duke Nukem.
3D.
3D. And we should make the distinction because in a couple of weeks we'll probably be talking about Forever. Now, the question is, does Forever have co-op? Because it bloody well should.
Oh, I'd say it does.
It better bloody well have it. I tell you what, that would be a downer. I think they're going to
put everything in that game.
Yeah.
just to be, we're so sorry.
Yes. If it doesn't have it. But no, we have been playing a bit of Duke Nukem 3D. Now, it's not the first time we played it. We certainly played it back in the old days. And probably, I don't know, did we play it as co-op as much?
Well, this is the thing. I'm struggling to remember if the versions we played of it actually had co-op in. I'm sure it was patched in PC back in the day, but you had it for N64, I remember.
I did.
And I had it for PlayStation, and they definitely had Deathmatch, but I don't know that they had co-op through the campaign.
See, this is interesting because I always thought that it had it. I'm struggling to think if it did, but I would imagine it did. I'll say yes. Now, I have to look it up later, but I'll say yes. Yes, it did have it. But, look, we've been playing on the 360, the Xbox 360.
The Xbox Live version, yeah.
Yeah, and I took my time in purchasing this one. I couldn't sort of bring myself to spending the 800 points or whatever it was. But I tell you, like, getting into it again, there's so many Dukeisms that pop out, and it makes it all worth it. Things that you remember back when we played it the first time. We've gone through 2 chapters. Was it 2 chapters?
Almost two, yeah. We're at the end of the second, I think.
Yeah, I sort of struggled to keep awake. But that wasn't because of the game. That was just because of me. I was just damn tired. But it's been fun getting into it again.
Yeah, it has been. It's funny. It's like Doom 2. It's one of those games that's it's kind of it's so old. Its mechanics are so clunky, but it's still so much fun. I think it's aged well. A lot of people might disagree, but I had a lot of fun with it, definitely.
Yeah. I think it's actually just like Duke himself, like, you know, when you blow up something with an RPG and he talks about a little mess, things like that just make it so much more wholesome. You know, there's extra bits to the game. It's not just the action itself, but all the little things that go along with it. And, you know, like when we were out in, where was that place? We were completely lost.
I think that happened a few times.
Yeah. There's that massive sort of canyon, and we were just struggling to get through there. Now, I don't know what I was going to say, but I just remember crap blowing up all over the place and Duke having a little one-liner here and there, and it really it made it worth it. It made me forget that the game's actually that as old as it is.
Yeah, definitely.
And just that I sort of lost myself in the game, and it's suddenly all fun. And
well, the thing is, you were talking about the level. The thing that I noticed with that compared to modern shooters is that modern shooters are essentially corridors. Sometimes they're big, wide open corridors, and sometimes they're just corridors. But with games like Doom, and definitely with Duke, the levels are kind of like spiral staircases. So they're quite compact in terms of the distance from one end of a map to another, but they're all built on and around each other. There's secret little passageways and everywhere. There's so many places to go.
Yeah.
Just in these little tiny maps that take you, 3 minutes to rush through.
Yeah.
All these little pockets, there's little Easter eggs, there's hidden areas, there's every square inch of the map is filled out with something.
It's kind of amazing because the amount of doors that you just happen to just walk along and hit your button at the right time, and suddenly this whole door opens up and there's all these cool things inside. Or even better, you come across, like you said, the Easter eggs where you see like the doomed space marine or things like that. Yeah, go on.
Oh, no, I was just saying that's exactly what it is. You know? It's those little tiny things, and you play modern shooters, and they're all about pushing forward.
Yeah.
And these games are, you can run forward if you want, but you're going to miss, 50% of the level.
Yeah. So how do you find it on the co-op level?
Yeah, I find it good.
I mean, as opposed to just going through by yourself with two players or more.
Well, the fun thing about that is there's no checkpoints. So if your co-op partner gets way ahead of you, you don't suddenly teleport out of whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
Where he is,
You're sitting there going, Dan, so where are you, man? Let's go.
Yeah, there's definitely been times where we've been playing games where I've been like climbing a wall for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and I'm like, I know there's something up here. And off in the distance, I can hear you shooting up people.
Yeah.
And then I'll find it, and I'll go, oh, great, there's like a treasure chest or something that's special. And I'll be like 2 feet away from it, and then zoop, transported to where you are. And that's the good thing about Duke is that you can be anywhere at any time in the map.
Yeah.
And because they're so small, because they're so compact, like you can be having a completely different game than your friend. Like you might be, you might be treasure hunting.
Yeah.
While your friend's out there just laying waste to everything, or you can be searching out all the hidden areas while your friend's running ahead of you and killing all the aliens.
Yeah, certainly a difficulty there because, like you said, we don't have the respawn points, the checkpoints.
Yeah,
it's a nice walk all the way from the beginning to wherever you are in the map.
And when you die. Yeah,
when you die. And I always remember that like it was that canyon level, and we're down below, and I think there's like a UFO or a spacecraft in there, and there's all these little small spaces which you got to jump to. You got to leap sort of from cliff to cliff top.
Yep.
And there's aliens warping in from behind you, and